60 years of Super Bowls have led us here. More history to be written tonight as we get underway. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Here's Jackson to throw. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Jalen Waddle with a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Ravens need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. On first down, McCarthy. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Throwing is McCarthy. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Here's McCarthy. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick-6 here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there, because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And they turn the pick-6 into a pick-8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalize a little bit on top.
The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw McCarthy. Checks this down to Hubbard. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. To the air with McCarthy. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. Taken in at the 11. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Play action. Now Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A good pickup there, a 22.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll run it again with Henry. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Ravens will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. Look at the big man rumble. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Hockenson, 75 yards. And the Vikings get a bit closer. Extra point right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense. He has certainly made the most of his catches so far, both of them going for touchdowns here in half number 1.
And we've never met a team that doesn't talk about getting off to a fast start and featuring guys that they want to have the ball early. We're seeing both of those come into play here. Off to an incredible start, got their feature guy going, and now everyone else should have opportunities.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw is taken in by Waddle.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson.
That is incomplete.
Over the dime looked on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. Then they'll have them to disrupt the play.
Now a 2nd and 10. Again, Jackson. Forced out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, it would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now a timeout called for by the offense. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Phil was talking about, yeah, Vikings gonna give you problems. They gonna bust your ass. These niggas over here, I'm running through these niggas, bro. And I ain't even doing like how I've been doing like the little same little route and all that little shit. Like I'm doing mad different shit, like, and these niggas is ass. I done picked a fucking different play probably every play. And I'm tortured.
Appreciate everyone joining us. Super Bowl 60.
I'm broadcasting this shit too, just to show his ass.
Alongside Charles Davis up in the booth as we get set to resume play. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Position I want to play though.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Out to his left. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal?
Nah,
the last
not
2
really.
plays having gone backwards.
Cause I kind of know your play style. Me, if I play defense, I'm gonna be linebacker.
Here's Henry. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as he'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Call it a gain of 5, but still a decent ways from the end zone now on 4th and goal.
So I'm
this
be
is
in
a
the play
drive offensively.
either way it go, some type of way.
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore
I play
touchdown.
offense. I'll fuck around the play.
A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. That was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive.
If I do offense,
it'd
probably
with
be
a touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Tucker with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this one fielded in the end zone. It won't be returned, so it'll come out to the 30. And now out comes Minnesota.
7-28.
Partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Always do that when I'm making.
On play action. Now McCarthy steps
Man,
away. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
That probably was going to Zachary too.
A give up the middle, Hubbard. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, Defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Yeah, if I play linebacker, I'm going to lead the NFL in sacks on the defense. I already know. I see it now. That's all I play on defense now is linebacker.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline.
I'll be turned on the D side.
Here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger.
I just have to trust that offense.
Well, first down run with Henry that time as he maneuvers forward for about 4 yards.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Yeah.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. From the 43, here's 2nd and 6. And Bateman, and he'll go in motion right here. Now it's Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Flowers. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 28.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
10 for 13
Another strong
for 3
gain on the
TDs.
last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that,
10 for 13 with 3 touchdowns.
Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Jackson will throw again. Touchdown! Zay Flowers, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are starting to open things up here in the Super Bowl.
Just do another touchdown.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
MVP with Lamar Jackson
and with a little under
season.
a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Yeah.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Completes it to Hardman. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Now a 3rd and 6. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now McCarthy throwing on first down. He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Throwing again, McCarthy.
finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. Now McCarthy. Catch is made by Hardman. Touchdown, Vikings. Mecole Hardman, 41 yards. And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Who you talking about, Alexis?
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now Jackson on second down. Throw left side complete. That's Flowers. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll get this to Flowers, left side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Now Jackson on 1st down. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And, it'll be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl.
Y'all need to chill out, bro.
Ready to go for the second half.
Okay.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute
chill the fuck out, bro.
Back in action here in this Super Bowl.
You doing something?
This will be fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. So it'll be a touchback, and that ball will be placed at the 30. Now the Vikings offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
Well, if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long.
And the ball is knocked
just murdered that nigga.
By the Ravens. And they're going to set up shop
just
at the
murdered that nigga.
27-yard line.
Yeah, welcome to the NFL,
these
bitch.
guys wanted to get back in this game. They needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Now it's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Jalen Waddle with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Ravens are starting to pour it on at the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. And out now come the Vikings. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
On second down, it's McCarthy. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has now allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
On third down, they'll throw with McCarthy. Escapes the sack. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. McCarthy operating from the gun. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Oh, that was a pick six. Stop playing.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, McCarthy, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And here's Ryan Wright now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Mekhi Blackman's got it, and he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. There's Hawkinson in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Vikings take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. This fielded right at the goal line. Oh, good-looking return set up here.
They played me. That was supposed to be a fucking kickoff return, bro.
When I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game, for here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Throwing is Jackson. Escaping the... And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. They're looking deep here for Flowers. And this is caught at the 20. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Ravens will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in the end zone, and no run back forthcoming, so they will bring it out to the 30-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. Up next, the biggest quarter of the entire season. At the end of that, we get to crown a champion. We are through 3 here in Super Bowl 60. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. McCarthy to throw on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hubbard. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 40. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st. To the air again, McCarthy. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1. They'll run for it. It's Hubbard, and he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. 2nd and 9. Again, it's Henry.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Henry running right. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, Henry. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown. Because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll run. It's Henry. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Henry will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown.
You think back to some of the great goal line bruisers of the past, the Earl Campbells, the John Riggins, the Marshawn Lynches. And then you can put Derrick Henry right in that group as he scores there with another patented Derrick Henry run.
Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
McCarthy to throw on 1st and 10. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. They'll drop that down to Hubbard. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. This is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. They couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. Here's 2nd and 7. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Flowers. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Play action. It's Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Here's McCarthy. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And the Ravens have got it.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, they certainly have the look of a team with something to prove, don't they? All week, as we prepared for this game, we kept reading about how they said they're going to play a full 60 minutes this week. Has nothing to do with their opponent. No disrespect intended, but they wanted to be people of their word, playing this thing all the way out, trying to finish it strong.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And it's all over. Just one is left standing, and that one is the Baltimore Ravens, your Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.